What's happening, everybody? This is Gavin Washington, aka Gav the Realtor. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate with Gav, sponsored by the Host SC Studios. Thank you to Moises and his team for all the work they do. Always reach out to them for all of your marketing needs. This week, we will have another special guest with us, Miss Laura Chandler from City National Bank, our local bank here in Martinsburg, and thank her for coming on to the show. She's going to discuss some products and how they vary from some of your larger banks. So, Miss Laura, welcome to the show. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming through. So, tell us a little bit, just a little bit about yourself, a little bit about City National, and how long you've been working there.
So I've been at City National Bank for a total of 10 years.
Okay.
I was there for about 5, left, and went to a competitor mortgage company and decided to come back to City. I really like their structure, and it's a family atmosphere. It's a great bank.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so let's dive into a little bit about the products and things that you guys offer, because I kind of think that as a community, I don't think a lot of people know what you guys offer after dealing with a lot of buyers. So tell us a little bit about your Champion Mortgage, because I know that's a big one that you guys hang your hat on.
Yeah, so they came up with the Champion Mortgage about 18 years ago,
Okay.
and it's just it's a little different than your traditional mortgages, and it's a great choice, especially in this market as interest rates increase. Your buying power is decreasing. So our Champion Mortgage is 100% financing, so you don't have to have a down payment.
Nice.
That's the best down payment,
Yeah.
and it is. We offer that with no PMI.
Even better.
Yes, and very low closing costs.
Okay.
It is an adjustable rate mortgage. It is an ARM loan. We have several products: a 3-year, a 5-year, or a 7-year ARM. And ARMs are not for everybody, but it's a great option in this market because you can save some money,
Right.
by doing an ARM.
Okay. And while we're talking about that, are you seeing more people look into arms now where the interest rates are a little bit higher, and kind of talk about exactly what a adjustable rate mortgage is?
Absolutely. My most popular product is my 7-1 ARM.
Okay.
So for 7 years, your interest rate stays the same, and then after that, it can fluctuate.
Right.
So it works well in this market. Typically, ARM rates are a good bit, maybe a 0.5% or more lower than a traditional fixed rate. So
Okay.
that's going to save you money from the beginning.
Gotcha.
And so I do see ARMs becoming a more viable option for customers.
Okay. And with an arm, can your interest rate go up or down, and how often does it do that?
Yeah, so for instance, the 7-year ARM, you stay at the same rate for 7 years. Then each year thereafter, as a bank, we look at an index, and there's a
Okay.
margin.
Okay.
So as a bank, we set the margin,
Okay.
and then we look at a traditional index, and that tells how much it would fluctuate. So there are caps. It can't move any more than 2% either way at
Okay.
each adjustment. And there's a lifetime cap. So the lifetime cap is 4% from the start rate.
Gotcha. Do you have an idea of like what interest rate your arm would start at right about now
We're in the
on average?
ballpark.
Right.
Yeah, we're in the 6% range.
Okay. Okay. So you'd be almost, because I think traditional rates at the moment are hanging out around 7. So
Correct.
you'd be saving a good bit there. And I heard you mention low closing costs. Talk about that. How does your low closing costs compare to other competitors?
So there is a fee to do the loan. We do have a very small fee. Other
Right.
than that, City National just doesn't have the traditional, doesn't have a lot of fees. There's
Gotcha.
not points unless you choose to perhaps buy down an interest rate.
Right.
So we keep things as we offset the risk of it being an arm by taking away the PMI, so no
Gotcha.
PMI, and having the closing costs a little lower than normal.
Okay, cool. So they're saving a little bit here and there on PMI. They're saving on lower closing costs and lower interest
Exactly.
rates.
So you're going to be able to qualify for a little bit more, and also
Gotcha.
you don't need as much upfront.
Okay, I like that. You also have another program called City Start, I believe, right? Is
Yes.
that kind of similar to the Champion?
It is. So City Start gives me a little bit more flexibility. It's for first-time home buyers, and we waive the fees, and we can. So our Champion Mortgage, you have to have a 680 credit score.
Okay.
That's one of our guidelines. That is, it is something that we have to be very, we have to pay attention to. With my
Gotcha.
City Start, I'm able to look at a lower credit score.
Okay.
There are income restrictions for my City Start program. So, that's a bit challenging in Berkeley County. Jefferson County,
Mm,
the income, and they use 80% of the median income
gotcha.
is how that works.
Okay. With the City Start and the Champion mortgage, are those considered conventional loans?
They're
Okay.
conventional loans, and they're loans that we service as a bank. So,
Nice, nice. I
mhm.
was actually going to ask you about that later because I think I heard you talk before when we got together about you guys service your own loans. What's the key to that? Like, is there a benefit to that versus working with a bigger bank?
Absolutely. City National is based out of Charleston, West Virginia. So
Okay,
that's where our operations is. But
nice.
as a customer, you can go into any branch and they are trained to give you customer service. Plus, you also have the mortgage specialist, myself,
Hmm.
um, locally. So if you have a question about your escrow account, your taxes, your insurance, or, if you um, have a question about anything, maybe you want to put a large principal curtailment on the loan, we can meet with somebody and give some options.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yes,
so it's a lot more personable,
it
and you got a
is.
contact at your local bank that you can actually call or go into the office and kind of meet with or ask questions, kind of thing. I
Absolutely.
like that. I like that. Let's talk about a refinance for a quick minute because I assume a lot of people that get arms at some point they're going to want to refinance, and even people that have traditional conventional loans. Sometimes they always mention a refinance when rates get lower and things like that. So, what exactly is a refinance, and how does that work?
Yes. So I've been in the business for almost 25 years now, and I've
Okay.
I've had many customers that have come back to me for a
Okay.
refinance. And you know, interest rates when they do go low, it's an opportunity to maybe shorten the term of your loan. Most people will stick with a 30-year term when they first get a mortgage. And if interest rates go down, it's an opportunity to maybe shorten the term, lower your interest rate, lower
Hmm.
your payment. Some folks also want to pull some cash out. So typically in an arm, the end result is someone wants to do a fixed rate.
Right.
And I always, chat about the game plan of let's get you in, save you money for
Hmm.
the next 5 to 7 years.
Hmm.
With that money, you could perhaps pay other debt off. Maybe you're paying extra payments on your principal,
Right.
so you can pay your mortgage off quicker. And when the time comes, there's an option we can always refinance.
Okay.
City National also offers an interest rate modification. So if your loan is with us,
Hmm.
we offer to modify your interest rate and extend your arm.
Very nice.
Yes, so
Okay.
it's a nice option for our
All
customers.
right. Several options there. Um, Talk a little bit about your land loans. So you guys actually have a loan where somebody could buy land, raw land, right?
Yes.
So talk about that a little bit.
Yes, so we do lend on land, and typically we look at that as a future building site. So we have a land loan. If it's 5 acres or less, we require 11% down.
Okay.
If it's more than 5 acres, we require 15% down,
Nice.
which is pretty aggressive
Yeah.
product in the market.
Nice, nice. And I also wanted to go back real quick. I thought of something else on your refinance as you were talking there. Does it cost the customer to refinance when they come back? Like, do they have to pay a fee for
It
refinancing?
does,
Okay.
absolutely. Fixed rate loans, we do offer your traditional conventional fixed rate loans.
Okay.
And that can be a little bit more expensive to do. But if you want to refinance and use our in-house product, an ARM, it's very affordable.
Right.
It's under $1,000
Oh,
to
okay.
refinance. Yes, so
Nice.
you're essentially paying your attorney your appraisal, and
Right.
and so it's not bad. And usually the standard is you should be able to save a percent when you
Okay.
refinance. that's when it makes
All
sense.
right, perfect. Sounds good. Do you guys also offer like the other traditional government loan programs such as FHA, USDA, VA, that kind of thing?
We do not.
Don't. Okay.
We only do conventional lending. We are able to offer West Virginia housing, first time home buyer.
Okay.
So we do that. And if someone doesn't fit in our champion in that box, West Virginia housing is a nice option
Okay.
to look at.
Okay. So like your champion mortgage and your city start program that we talked about previously would be kind of similar to what somebody would want with the FHA or USDA kind of thing, but you guys just offer it in your own
That's
terms.
correct.
Okay.
Yes, without PMI.
Without the PMI, yeah, that's
Yes,
even
which
better.
which is nice.
Yeah, because those other programs, I'm pretty sure, all have PMI on theirs.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's very nice to know. Now you guys used to have a construction loan, but we're not
They've
currently
they've
offering that at the
suspended
time.
it for the
Okay,
moment. Yes, it's a little bit, if anyone has tried to build a custom home recently, since in the last couple of years, it's been a little more difficult resources are an issue, and
right, right. Do you think it might come back?
I do.
All right,
I
I hope
do.
so,
Absolutely.
because I might be calling you in the next few years for that one.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, do I have to have a bank account with City National in order to work with you on a home loan?
Well, we love helping our customers, but no, we do not require that you bank with us.
Okay, cool. So even if I'm, banking somewhere else, my local credit union, and I want to buy a house, I can still come talk to you
Absolutely.
guys about getting a mortgage with you. All right, awesome, awesome. Why might a buyer want to work with you guys as a local bank versus, your bigger banks or even, the Rocket Mortgage, Wells Fargo, that kind of thing? Like, what else do you guys offer, or what's the benefit with really working with you versus those other people?
Well, I'm a bit old school. I still like to meet with my customers. I still
Yeah.
like to chat with them. I like to, I started before I started doing mortgages, I actually worked for a real estate attorney.
Oh, nice.
And, so I like to form a relationship and I,
Okay.
I want to be, I want to be who you think of
Right.
if it's anything mortgage or any questions because I can refer internally to the banks. We offer many products, banking
Yeah.
products.
Of course.
So, I think having the service, I know the appraiser, I know the attorney, I know the realtors firsthand. So
Hmm.
I think that really helps to make a transaction go
Of
smoother.
course, yeah. I mean, and most things local is usually better in my opinion. It's
Absolutely.
it's more personable, so a lot of
Hmm.
times you get that customer touch. So yeah, that's always good to know. But if I'm a potential home buyer right now and I'm listening and I like what I hear, how can I get in contact with you and where's your office located?
So I'm located at 1700 West King Street at the main branch, City National. But you can go into any of our branches and inquire, and our branch managers and personal bankers are they know how to handle the initial questions, and they can point you in my direction. Of course, you can always call me 304-264-4550. And yeah, I'd love to help you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming through today, Miss Laura. I think you dropped a lot of knowledge and some new stuff that a lot of customers, particularly in our market, don't know about. And I think it could be very helpful for a lot of home buyers out there that are looking for other ways to get into home ownership with low PMI, lower interest rates, and things of that nature. So again, thanks, Miss Laura, for coming through. And as always, if you guys have real estate needs or real estate questions, you can reach out to me at 304-839-7040 or find me at Gav the Realtor, GAVTHA Realtor on all social websites. Thanks again. Y'all stay up, stay blessed. Peace.
Thanks.